to say about the incidents to you?
Zlatan is a big man like I am. Too many years in football. We are not the kind of generation that goes to the media and cries about what happened. Oh, this guy told me this in the tunnel. Oh, that guy pushed me. Oh, that guy did that. We are from that generation of street football and football for big guys. So what happened. Game over. What counts is the result, and nothing else matters for us. I comment the football. I comment the game. I comment the big decisions of the game. And the big decisions of the game, I think Kevin Friend was very good. The penalty of Jones is a clear penalty. The penalty of, I think was Smith, is a clear penalty. So the two big decisions of the game, he was good. The assistant referees, I think they were also good. So for me, good performance by the referee, and the two major decisions, he was there.
If I would have, what I didn't, but I would have thought after Wednesday, if we can win against Arsenal, the answer would have been no. If you would have asked me on Thursday, I'm not sure. On Friday I knew, yes, we can. Both teams tried to play football, and especially in the first half, we did better. We played really good, created wonderful chances, and scored only 2 times. We could have scored more in the first half. So, but it was clear that there will come a response from Arsenal, and especially when Alexis Sanchez then is on the pitch. He's on one side he's a world-class player, no doubt about this. On the other side, it's completely different to Welbeck, for example. That's not mean better or worse. It's only different. But the boys showed again what they're capable of, and I said a few times now, I don't like the fact that inconsistency is part of the deal in a development. Usually, you win games and you lose against the big teams. Because at the beginning of when they are one level, then you can beat them. But when they are at a higher level, they're smarter, more experienced, then you lose the games. Yeah, we've chosen obviously another way, and but it's still, how I said, part of the deal, and we know that we have to keep on going, or we will.
Well, I don't think it's a need to go into any individual explanation. What was good in our second half was our collective performance. What was not good in the first half was our collective performance, and that's for me much more rational explanation than all the rest. Look, the thinking was that we had to go more direct, and I wanted to play 2 players with strong in the air, because we decided to go more direct, and after that to bring Alexis Sanchez on in the second half. I believe in the second half it was easier for the strikers, and you could see a different performance from Giroud and Welbeck, because we dominated much more the midfield, and everybody will come to the same conclusion, but I'm strong enough and lucid enough to analyze the impact, and I don't deny that Alexis Sanchez is a great player. I bought him, and I always played him, and I think he developed well with us. But decision like that is not easy to make, but you have to stand up for it.
Not seen it. No, I'm only going on what sort of my players have sort of said to us. They felt it was an elbow. You know, I've not seen it. Obviously, the referee and the linesman have not seen it. Otherwise, they would have dealt with it. So, you know, from my point of view, I can't really comment on that. No, I got sent to the stands. You know, let my frustrations probably get the better of me at half time. But as I said, that was more for the reason why Andrew Surman got his first yellow card, which, you know, I felt was a perfectly good tackle, and I felt it was harsh. But you know, that obviously played a big part in him then getting sent off, which, you know, made our task a lot more difficult than it was at that. I'm sure sort of, you know, nobody probably expected us to come here and get anything from the game, and then obviously being down to 10 men for just over 45 minutes, you know, probably even more so. But you know, I think that gives, you know, everybody a huge lift. You know, we've been off the back of a bad run, but you know, for the guys to go out there to perform the way they did, to put the amount of effort in that they did today, and to get the result, you know, at a place like this, you know, can only give everybody a huge lift and great confidence going into the remaining games of the season.
No, allora, innanzitutto in questo momento qui importante della stagione, credo che parlare di cosa faccio io interessi a pochi, credo che a tifosi, a tutto il popolo juventino interessa che la squadra arrivi in fondo e cerchi di vincere quello che c'è da vincere, ovvero lo scudetto, la possibilità di vincere la Champions, la possibilità di vincere la Coppa Italia. Poi dopo, come è successo l'anno scorso, quando a marzo ho incontrato il Presidente, gli ho detto che rimanevo, punto. Quest'anno, quando passerà questo momento e la società riterrà opportuno, perché non sono io che decido, ma è la società, ci metteremo, ci incontreremo e decideremo, ma non, cioè, ho un contratto fino al 2018, sto bene alla Juventus, in questo momento qui di quello che fa il sottoscritto non interessa a nessuno, ma è giusto che sia così perché abbiamo un momento importante e va vissuto senza pensare a quello che sarà l'anno prossimo o tra 2 anni.
We were pretty quick to dismiss rumors of Alexis Sanchez going to Sevilla. Well, now the rumors have the Chilean superstar going to Juve. You going to dismiss those rumors as well?
Look, if I were Alexis Sanchez's agent and I were negotiating a contract extension with Arsenal, I'd be seeing what else is out there, what else people might be offering for my client, what he could get elsewhere, and using it as a benchmark, whether I stay at Arsenal or move elsewhere. And I think that's exactly what we're seeing right now. The fact of the matter is, where Juve are right now, they have Paulo Dybala, as well, of course, as Higuain. But, you know, Dybala is younger than Alexis Sanchez. They think he has a bigger upside. Now, were they to sell Dybala and need a replacement, would they turn to Alexis? Sure. But right now, given that you'd have to pay through the nose for Alexis, given the wages that we're talking about, to me, it simply wouldn't make any sense. I don't think it would make any real sense to Juve either, because I said, in that position, they already have a guy who's pretty darn good.
Right then, time for Shaka's power rankings. Mr. Hislop, look, I love Madrid just as much as anyone, but they are not third. They've got to be so much lower than that, considering what we've seen.
They were top 2 weeks ago when they beat Napoli.
But that's
in the
what
Champions
it's about, isn't it? The rankings of the week.
Hold on. They've only, drawn 1, lost 1. They drop a couple of places. That's enough for me.
They've been rotten.
They've been rotten this week.
They've been rubbish.
They've been rotten this week.
Do you know, it's such a shame. You've got 9 of the 10 perfect. But when you make a mistake, boy, you make...
Halfway through the weekend, just in time to dish out another edition of The Sweeper. What would you do if a football was coming your way at 88 miles per hour? See, the logical thing for me would be to run away, and fast. Not Juan Cuadrado, though, who showed off his skills and owned the touch challenge. Granted, if I had the first touch of an angel, I'd probably do that too. Elsewhere, it's no secret that Manchester United fans miss a strong-kept authoritative figure that was Sir Alex Ferguson by the touchline during games. But I, for one, miss this Fergie, though, the one that goes from legendary manager to brilliant superfan. Yep, Zlatan's free-kick goal in the League Cup final will do that to you. I know plenty of Tottenham supporters were worried when Jan Vertonghen was subbed out of Sunday's game against Stoke. Well, worry not, as it doesn't seem to be too bad. What you should be worried about, though, is why the multi-millionaire is using tape to fix a broken flip-flop. Finally, let's head to Nigeria, where we have a possible goal of the year contender. No amount of fancy descriptive words could do this one justice, and trust me, I have many, so just look at it and be in awe. Join us again tomorrow for more of The Sweeper on ESPNFC.com.
Well, for you Sadis out there, we've got your favourite part of the league table, the bottom, where everybody's, or a lot of teams are still fighting and striving for Premier League survival and that big bucks at the end of the season. That's what chairman and owners get worried about. That's why we see so many sackings. We can probably go up as far as Bournemouth, who got a big point today away at Man United, down to 10 men, but they're on 27 points. Leicester, well, the players are happy, they've got their own way, and they've picked up 6 points, so it looks a bit rosier for them. Again, Paul Clement, another victory. What a job he's done coming in off the back of what can only be described as a shambles with Bob Bradley, where they couldn't keep a clean sheet. Now they're defending better and scoring. The big one was Crystal Palace. Now, Allardyce looked as if he'd lost that Midas touch. Never been relegated as a manager, but just couldn't get Crystal Palace going. Well, 2 wins in the spin make it look a lot rosier for them. As for Karanka's Middlesbrough, they're heading in the wrong direction. I think they're looking, along with Sunderland, favourites to go down at the moment. They can't score goals, and now they've started to leak goals. Of course, the aforementioned Sunderland have got Manchester City this week. Don't see them picking up any points, and David Moyes' side look doomed to me, even with the excellent Jermaine Defoe up front. And that early rising of Hull City with Marco Silva coming in looks as if it's been negated a little bit. He had them organised, he had them hard to beat, and they started picking up results. Well, that's gone a little bit awry, and they sit second from bottom. So at the moment, it's difficult to see that bottom 3 changing. Middlesbrough, Hull City, Sunderland, but certainly big wins for Palace, Leicester, big point for Bournemouth, and another big win for Swansea City.